Hello and welcome to What's in My Camera Bag. This is 2018 edition. These videos I really enjoy to watch myself on YouTube. I find myself always flicking through what is in people's camera bags. I find them quite entertaining, to be fair. Mixed reviews on some of them. You can always tell the people who actually bought their cameras and the people who haven't, so I find a lot of them actually like rub it in. I was always quite hesitant myself to actually do one of these videos because I didn't like that idea of you know, I feel like I'd be bragging or something, but I do know that people are really interested in, you know, what is actually in people's camera bags. So just before I start this, obviously my camera bag is being built up over the space of say 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. So obviously this stuff don't just come, you know, simple. You know, it's a lot of people like to know what kind of bag you use. I use the Lowepro, I think it's the Protactic. This is the 350 AW. I know a lot of people use the 450. It is deeper and it's a little bit bigger. You can fit like the 1DX and stuff and that in there, but in most cases I don't use one of those because that's just silly money. But yeah, this is obviously the, the Lowepro Protactic 350. So it's fully customizable on the outside. You've got tons of little, you know, army straps as they call them, which it comes with a bunch of like accessory stuff, just like this foot holder for like a tripod or whatever. Yeah, so it's a few pockets. You've got like, you know, little pockets there. I don't really use any of these little pockets on the outside unless it's something like my keys or something like that now and then if I go on a mission somewhere. It is only accessible from the back entrance, so again it's like a lot of people like that kind of security of knowing that, you know, nobody can, you know, take anything if they were trying. The only thing you can do is access them from the sides, so you can access the, you know, stuff from the inside. But what I tend to do is just tie these up and stick like a cable tie through them, so you can actually get through it. So yeah, that is basically my camera bag. So we'll jump into the bag and I'll take you through what I keep in my bag. So here we have the back of the bag. I'll just zip this open like so. So obviously this will flick then open. Okay, so first things first, as you can see it's got tons of dividers and it's just a real nice way to organize your bag and keep it nice and fresh. Just a quick note, like this isn't what I keep in my bag every single time I go out. This is just too much. But you know, if you were traveling or if you were going on holiday somewhere, then you know, you can pack quite a lot of stuff. So obviously if we just look on the back here, we've got just pockets. I don't actually keep anything in here at this point. If I do, it'd normally be like cables or like lens caps and, you know, just odd bits and bobs that you'd normally just wouldn't have a space for, but it normally just fits in there. So that's that. You do have this like this backspace, I guess you can fit your laptop in. In this case, this is just a 13-inch Macbook. Basically, just you do all your editing and your video work or whatever on this. It's good enough for me. It's actually good enough for a lot of people too. So back to the contents of this. I'll just start off with some of the, you know, basic stuff. So this is just a battery charger, so if you need to charge your phone up on the go, it's got 2 ports. It's a PMY. This actually charges your phone up to 4 or 5 times. You can plug your Gopro in there as well if you wanted, or any of the bits and bobs that's got a USB, and it's got a torch. It's not very good, to be honest. I never use it. So yeah, that's just the battery pack. This is just a pouch, a case with ND filters. I don't know what brand this is, but it's a variable ND, and obviously you use that just to stop the light coming into the lens if you're using like a low aperture or anything. But it's a decent one. That's only a 77mm thread though, filter thread, so it only works with the 24 to 105, or sorry, the 24 to 105 or the 17 to 35 or 70 to 40. So that's those. Everybody has a cleaning kit. You should always keep one of these in your bag. It's just a basic dust brush and a blower, you know, good for sensors. Everyone says the same thing though, you know, you watch any of these you know, camera bag reviews, and you know, they all say the same thing, so it's not much else to say really. I got 2 hard drives. I got one of the Lacie hard drives, and that's just on my passport, WD, Western Digital. That's a 1 terabyte, and that's a 1 terabyte, so yeah, they're only 1 terabyte. But obviously really good for backing up your datas on the go. In the centerpiece here we have the Canon G7X. This was a primarily vlogging camera. To be honest with you, I started vlogging a while ago, but this like last year I didn't really do much, to be honest with you. But it's an amazing camera. Like, I've used this for like B-roll shots. Obviously, you know, it's got the flip out screen, so you know, that's why, you know, everyone loves these type of little point and shoots, because they're small and you can, you know, take them anywhere you want. But I just keep it as a, if I don't fancy taking any big cameras out with me and I'm going somewhere, then I literally just take this. I've got these little, you know, strap things to it, so I can it's just small and easy to carry around, and it does produce pretty decent photos, to be honest. It records 1080 at 60p as well, so if I'm doing any cool little B-roll shots, this does the job, you know. So that's that. Here I have the GoPro 4 Black, and again, every single camera in this bag has a purpose, but I wish I'd use it more. Everyone says it, but I wish I could use this. But you know, like people say, you know, these cameras pretty much you use tropical time. You know, summer, water, anything that's you know, dangerous and wet, I guess, you just use the GoPro. So yeah, that's that. It has got a little filter on the end of this at the minute, but yeah, it's just UV protection. So yeah, that's that. Obviously I got the little session. If I'm honest, I don't even use this very often. I keep saying to myself that, you know, oh, this is just for in case, you know, I just need a little backup camera. I never use it, so I'm sure, you know, it'll come in handy for something one day, but you know. I'll show you my cameras now, and then I'll run through my lenses. So my main photography camera is the Canon 60. It's a full frame camera. This is pretty much my go-to every single time if I'm doing anything, you know, really good. Well, but I have no reason to upgrade yet. You know, it's still really good camera. So this is the one. This is what gets all my stuff done, photography wise, that is. So that's that. Then for video, I use the Lumix G7. At the moment it does have a Metabones adapter on there, so I can use all the Canon lenses with it, and it really is a brilliant camera. Like, as small as it is, it's got so much functionality. Like, the what you get with this camera is so phenomenal, and it's so cheap as well. You know, you can get a kit with the kit lens like under 600 quid, I think. I don't use the kit lens because I've got the adapter, but really good for video. Like, I'd recommend this like so much. I would like the G80, or G85 if you're in America, purely based on the fact it has weather sealing and it's got IBIS. So yeah, I mean, stellar camera. You know, it's really good for vloggers as well. If you want to do vlogging, it's got the flip out screen on it as well. Touch screen, and even the photo side of it is really good as well. Like, obviously it's a Micro Four Thirds, so you know, it's not going to be full frame, you know, quality, but it really is good. I've tested this out a few times when it comes to photos, and it's just really good. This can be used for, in some situations that your my Canon can't do, especially for like its frame rate, burst rates and stuff like that. Really good. So I'd recommend this to anybody. So my first lens, this is just like the I don't use it that often, but when it's always there for when you do need, say you're in some sort of tricky situation, this just does it. You know, if you're not keen on, you know, choosing and, you know, carrying around bunches of prime lenses, this is really good. It does the job. Really good for video as well. So that's just the 24-105. Obviously this is the L series lens, so that's that one. Everybody should own a 50 millimeter. This is the 1.8 version. Amazing results off this, considering how cheap it is. Like, if you're looking for a second lens, this is the lens to go for. Everyone says the same thing. I know, I've watched so many of these videos and everyone says, oh, if you don't have one, it's the nifty 50, blah blah blah, but they're right in what they're saying. It's like really good, and it is plasticky and it is a bit like, you know, looks cheap, but you'll be very surprised with the results you get off this. I love this. It's literally one of my favorite lenses. So that's that one. And this is the 30mm Sigma lens. Now this is for a crop censored body. I do use it on the full frame body, and you do get a little bit of vignetting, but you can correct that in post anyway. However, I do like to use this for the video. Now on the G7, this plugs in, and it's basically then like a 50mm, give or take a few mil, whatever it is. I know it's, or whatever, I don't know, yeah. But really crisp. Then there's the 17-40, which is literally the go-to lens for video. Anytime I do video, this is the lens I use because it's just really wide. I love the wide look, and yeah, it's just really solid lens. Again, it's all weather sealed, so it's good. You know, the lens filter, the variable ND works well with it too. So that's another amazing lens I use. And then this is not my lens. This isn't my lens. This is my partner's lens, and it's the 85mm Tamron lens. Now it's a 1.8, and it's 3 times cheaper than the Canon version, but it creates amazing portrait results. I'm so amazed by how good the portraits come out of this. The element in it is like really nice, really heavy. You know, it's just and it's got stabilization as well. So I've used this a few times when it comes to weddings, and it's phenomenal, man. I'd recommend going for one of these rather than the Canon version, to be honest. So yeah, and I keep stealing it off my girlfriend. She goes mad, but it's got to be done. So that's all my lenses, and then basically in this top pocket, then it's just spare batteries. So I've got a bunch of spare batteries, Canons, some lighting batteries, some of the Lumix batteries, and also some of the Gopro batteries. And then this then is basically the SD pouch with all the SD bits in. There you go, guys. That is what is in my camera bag. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't want this video to be a video like I'm trying to, you know, I've got this and you haven't kind of thing. Like this took me like nearly 3 years to build up. So everything in this bag is very precious to me. And I know a lot of you would be the same way with your equipment as well. But I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some sort of like, you know, insight and maybe like choices of things. But if you do have any questions or anything about any of the parts or any of the, you know, little bits and bobs, I'm happy to answer those in the comments. Yeah, just, you know, get up shooting and have a good time. Cheers, see you in the next one. Bye.